Have you ever walked past the sports card aisle, looked at all the different packs and boxes, and thought, I have absolutely no idea where to start? That was me. So if you're completely new to sports cards or you've already opened a few packs but still don't really know what you're looking at, this series is for you. Welcome to the Beginner's Guide to Sports Cards from Cards Between Naps. I started learning about sports cards while building a collection for my boys, and it didn't take me long to realize there is a lot to learn. Base cards, rookies, inserts, parallels, numbered cards, short prints, grading, retail, hobby, and when you're brand new, even figuring out what box to buy can be really confusing. So I'm breaking down the hobby one lesson at a time, starting from the very beginning. No experience needed, we're going to learn it together. So let's start with the obvious question, what exactly is a sports card? It's as simplest as a sports card is a collectible card featuring an athlete, team, or something related to a sport. You'll find cards for baseball, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, racing, wrestling, and many other sports. But sports cards today go far beyond simply having a picture of a player on the front. Depending on the product, you can find different designs, rookie cards, special inserts, different versions of cards called parallels, cards with serial numbers, autographs, and even cards containing pieces of memorabilia. And that's where things started getting interesting, because not every card you pull from a pack is the same type of card. Here's another basic concept that will make the hobby much easier to understand. Cards are generally released as part of a set. Think of this set as a collection of cards that belongs to a particular product or release, and the list of cards included in that set is called the checklist. For example, a checklist might contain hundreds of different base cards featuring different players. Then that same product can also have separate inserts, sets, parallels, autographs, and other cards to find. This is why two boxes that both say football cards can contain completely different cards. They may be different brands, different products, or different sets. You don't need to memorize checklists when you're starting. Just remember, product, set, and checklist are words you're going to hear a lot. So you might be asking, why do people collect these things in the first place? This is something I didn't fully understand until I actually started collecting. There isn't one answer. Some people collect their favorite players. Maybe there's one athlete you follow and you want to find different cards from throughout their career. Other collectors focus on their favorite team. Some people try to complete an entire set. Others love rookie cards, autographs, rare inserts, or even numbered cards. Some people love opening packs because they enjoy a surprise of what they are about to pull. Others would rather buy the exact card they would like. Those individual cards are commonly called singles. And for a lot of collectors, sports cards are connected to something much bigger. A favorite athlete, a childhood memory, a team they grew up watching, or even something they're building to share with their kids. That's one of the first things I learned. Your collection doesn't need to look like anyone else's. And now we need to talk about something you'll hear almost immediately when you enter the hobby. How much is that card worth? Was the box worth it? What's your biggest hit? Yes, some sports cards can be very valuable, but most sports cards aren't worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, and that's okay. A card doesn't have to be expensive to belong in your collection. You might have a $2 card of your favorite player that you'd rather own than a $50 card of someone you don't care about. Throughout this beginner's guide, we are going to learn how to determine what cards may be worth. We'll learn how to check recent sales. We'll learn what can make one card more desirable than another. We'll talk about rarity, condition, and grading. But one thing I want you to understand from lesson 1 is this. Price and collectability are not the same thing. Collecting doesn't have to mean investing. This brings us to one of the things that confused me the most when I got started. How can you have two cards of the exact same player? And one is worth $1 while the other one is worth significantly more? There isn't one simple answer. Several things can affect a card's desirability and value. The player matters. Whether it's a rookie card can matter. The type of card matters. How difficult the card is defined can matter. Its condition matters. And most importantly, there has to be a collector demand for it. You might also find cards that are serial numbered. For example, number 25 out of 99. That tells you that the particular version of the card is a numbered copy, 25 out of 99. We're going to spend entire lessons on these concepts later, so don't worry about understanding all of that yet. Right now, I just want you to recognize the terminology. Here's one piece of hobby language you're probably going to hear consistently: hit. When someone opens a box and says, "I got a hit." Generally, collectors use hit to describe a more notable or desirable pull. Depending on the product or collector, that can mean an autograph, memorabilia card, numbered card, rare parallel, or another desirable card. But hit is informally a hobby terminology. It doesn't automatically mean the card is extremely rare. It can definitely mean something totally different. Instead of asking, "Is this a hit?" I'm going to teach you how to figure out what the card actually is, and that is more useful. And finally, let's cover one last thing you'll need to know as you start. There are 2 basic ways you'll probably add cards to your collection. Number 1, opening sealed products. These are the packs and boxes you'll see people opening. You'll hear names like fat packs, hangers, blasters, mega boxes, retail boxes. Don't worry, I'll have an entire lesson coming that will explain what all of those mean. Opening packs gives you excitement of not knowing what you're going to find. But there's another option: buying singles. Remember that word from earlier? A single is a copy of an individual card. Instead of buying a box hoping to pull your favorite player, you can buy the exact card that you'd like. Neither method is right or wrong, and you don't have to choose one. You can open boxes and buy singles. If you're listening to all this thinking, okay, there's still so much I don't know, good, because you don't need to know everything yet. I certainly didn't when I started, and I still certainly don't know everything. You might miss a numbered card. You might confuse an insert with a parallel. You might buy a box and later realize there was another product that would have been better for you. You're going to look things up. You're going to ask questions. You're going to learn as you go, and that's exactly what this series is for. We're not trying to learn the entire sports card hobby today. We're learning it one piece at a time. Before we finish, let's do our coffee break recap. If you remember 3 things from episode 1, make them these. Number 1, there's no single right way to collect sports cards. You get to decide what you are collecting. Number 2, not every card is the same. Base cards, rookies, inserts, parallels, numbered cards, and autographs can all be different, and we're going to learn how to identify them. And number 3, you don't have to know everything before you start. We're going to build your knowledge from the ground up. Now that you understand what sports card collecting actually is, you're ready for the next question. Where do you buy them? Do you buy them at big box retail stores, local card shops, card shows, online? And you're asking yourself, is one place better for a beginner than another? That's exactly what I'm going to break down in episode 2 of the Beginner's Guide to Sports Cards. If you're starting from the beginning with me, subscribe so you can follow an entire series. I'm learning sports cards one app at a time,